As some of you may know, my main job is running a mental health clinic here in Las Vegas. For the past several years, I've worked with many clients with a variety of mental health disorders, things like anxiety, depression, PTSD, ADHD. And I personally provide nutritional therapy services for these people. These services work very well, but it is a challenge. And the most difficult thing about my job is first bringing up the topic of nutrition and how that connects and is relevant to their brain functioning and to their mental health. Most people, when they come to see me, they expect to be to be scheduled with a therapist for psychotherapy or with a psychiatrist for medications, to receive medications. And in some instances, either psychotherapy or medication management might be the best option. But for the vast majority of the people who I meet with, neither psychotherapy nor medications are going to be the optimal option for them. What's going to be most beneficial to them is nutritional therapy. So cleaning up their nutrient-poor inflammatory diet. That's really the root cause and the main driver of their anxiety, their depression, their ADHD, whatever other issues they're dealing with. Again, hardly anyone expects me to bring up the topic of nutrition or to ask them about digestive issues, to ask them about the types of foods they're eating, what they eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner. That's a big surprise to everyone, and an even bigger surprise when I mention that nutrition is the main driving factor of our mental health and our brain functioning. And not too many people are accepting of this. This idea angers a lot of people, frustrates a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to hear about this. They want other types of solutions, I guess, that are easier to implement than nutritional changes. And so I kind of have to butt heads with people. I mean, in a professional, polite way. But I do get a very surprise negative reaction from many people when I first bring up nutrition. Fortunately, I am pretty stubborn, and I thoroughly believe in nutrition being the best way of helping people improve their mental health. So it helps that I have this deep seated conviction, and that I've worked with and that I've experienced these benefits myself personally, and that I've worked with many, many people over the past several years who have completely gotten rid of their anxiety, their depression, their ADHD, their panic attacks, or significantly improved their functioning and how they feel. So that's the hardest thing about my job, is bringing up this very surprising concept to people when they come in expecting a certain type of treatment. But again, I'm willing to have those difficult conversations, to be gotten mad at, to have people argue with me, and have people question how serious I am about this, or my sanity, or I've had all kinds of reactions. I've had people break down in tears when I bring up the idea of nutrition impacting their mental health. I've had people yell at me, get very mad. I've had people march out of my office. I've had people cuss me out. All kinds of reactions, but I'm okay with it. I don't take it personally. Anyone who works in mental health has to realize that people aren't at their best. They're not feeling or functioning their best, and that's why they're here meeting with me, is because they're seeking my help so that they can feel better and function better. So I don't take any negative, hostile reactions to heart or personally. Again, it's not easy, but I'm willing to do it, and I'd gladly do it, because I know that, so I'm not going to get through to everybody. There's, of course, going to be There are going to be people who don't want to hear anything about nutrition, who don't want to change their diet at all. Either who don't care, they're too addicted to the processed foods that they're consuming, or they think they're already eating healthy, and so that's not relevant to them, which also isn't the case. I've worked with many people with quote unquote who are on quote unquote healthy diets, who thought they were on healthy diets, but and I tell them the proof is in the pudding. If you were eating healthy, you would be healthy, and you wouldn't be here talking to me, seeking my help with your problems, with your mental health problems. So yeah, there are people who are not going to agree to do it and are going to refuse, but there are, on the flip side, a certain percentage of people that are going to be willing to try changing their diet and improving their nutrition. And these people who do it, they improve tremendously. And that makes all the difficulties worth it. And that makes me having to come off as this insane, crazy person, bringing up this insane, crazy topic when they're here thinking they're going to be speaking about something else, about therapy or about medications. So it makes it worth it to me, because I know I'm going to get through to a certain percentage of the people. They're going to give it a try. They're going to try nutritional therapy. And the ones who try nutritional therapy will benefit significantly and in a very short period of time. And I see this happening over and over again. So I'm okay with the pushback and the resistance and the negativity from a lot of people. That's okay. I don't mind it. I think that as time goes on and awareness grows about the impact of and power of nutrition to improve our mental health. So I think there will be more of an understanding and an initial acceptance of the idea of nutrition playing a part in our brain's functioning and our mental health. So I think it will get easier, but yeah, it's currently a challenge and the biggest challenge in my day-to-day work. But I continue to power through it and push forward because of those percentage of people that do agree to give it a try, and to see how much and how quickly it helps them. And also to receive feedback from people, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but when people tell you, "Oh my gosh, you've saved my life, you've changed the trajectory of my life, you've changed my life," that's really touching, and it shows you that you're really having an impact on people's lives, and especially people who, and we treat and work with people with very, very severe symptoms of anxiety, of panic attacks, of depression, PTSD, people who are not functioning well at all and are in a really bad place. And so it's amazing to see the transformation and the improvement that happens with these very extreme cases within the span of a month or two. So yeah, if you're interested in hearing more about how we use nutrition to help people improve their mental health, their anxiety, their depression, their PTSD, I launched a new website called Anxiety Free Academy, and it's anxietyfreeacademy.com. And I created an online course of my nutritional therapy program, the same program that I've used for the past number of years with all of my nutritional therapy mental health clients, that works extremely, extremely well. So if you or anyone that you know suffers from anxiety or panic attacks, I would strongly encourage you to go check out the Anxiety Free Academy website. I'll post a link in the description. I also have a free webinar video where I explain how nutrition impacts our mental health and our brain functioning. So I would invite you also to check that out. Again, please feel free to share this video with anyone that you know who suffers from anxiety or panic attacks. If you found this information to be helpful, go ahead and click the like button, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to be notified and updated on upcoming videos that I put out. Thank you and have a great day.